Hey everybody, welcome back to the Light Side Reaction and Reviews. Today we are checking out the teaser trailer for Star Trek Section 31. Now this is a Paramount Plus original movie that's coming out, and it's starring Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh as Emperor Philippa Georgiou. And so for those of you that aren't familiar, that's a character from the Star Trek series Star Trek Discovery. And so, just off the bat here, I like her. She's a great, talented actress. I liked her character in Star Trek Discovery. This Discovery had its pluses and minuses. I enjoyed a lot of it, but then there was a lot of it that seemed to go against the lore. I did let a lot of it slide because they did pass into an alternate reality, similar to what they did in the newer Star Trek movies, to where they created an alternate timeline. And in Discovery, they did sort of a similar thing. There were some of the things in there I felt should have paralleled a little bit more closely to the original universe, but that's for another video. But anyway, Star Trek Section 31. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, Section 31 has been around since the Next Generation, I think, is when they first introduced that. And so that's been since the 90s. And it's a very interesting plot line about this secret organization that is part of Starfleet, sort of like a deep state, sort of CIA, covert sort of thing that is really dark and secretive and behind the scenes. And most of the people in Starfleet weren't aware of it and probably would object to it, similar to the way that you would think that we would react to some CIA developments and, that sort of secretive three-letter government organization sort of things that would operate behind the scenes and outside of the traditional rule book. And so I like that they're doing a movie that's focusing on that, because that was part of the lore of Star Trek that really appealed to me. It was really interesting the way they did that in the past. And now I'm interested to see how they're going to tie it into Star Trek Discovery and some characters from that. Hopefully, they won't, stray too far from what's been established already as Star Trek lore. Those of you that watch my channel regularly know that I am a stickler for continuity, and whenever the remakes and sequels and stuff, whenever they stray from what's already been established, that's a real pet peeve of mine, and it turns me off completely to the show. And so I'm hoping they stick with what's already been established. Sure, give us some new material, but don't contradict what's already been established. So they've got. I just now saw 17 hours ago they released the trailer for this. As of the time I'm recording this video, so let's go ahead and check this out. This is a teaser trailer for Star Trek Section 31. Okay, hopefully that music's not part of it. I'll get to that in my analysis.
An emperor can only be loyal to duty.
Okay, so is it a sequel
Does the
or a prequel?
empire remain strong? Thus,
Because she became an emperor during this season, during the show.
all hail the emperor!
Okay, yeah, it's a sequel.
Philippa Georgiou, you're a tyrant who murdered her own people by the millions.
Unless it's a prequel of the alternate
The past
version.
always catches up with you.
Well, it would be.
Section 31.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
31 is a Black Ops division. Spy work.
Starfleet is here to make sure no one commits murder.
What a cute idea.
Okay, so this is the alternate universe, Section 31.
Bumpy and bad.
Okay, I hope this doesn't focus entirely on her.
With our lives, but here we go.
Somebody's got to keep it lively, right?
Let's get information.
Okay. All right. Okay, so the music dates it. I'll cover that right off the bat. Just like if you would go to watch a movie that was recorded and filmed and produced in the 1970s, and it's got that 70s disco type music with the flange on the guitar and the wah pedal sort of thing, really dates the movie. And when you watch it, you know it's set in the 70s. I don't want to see that happen with Star Trek. One of the great things about the music of Star Trek is it escapes time and space. It's not dated. When they use orchestral music like they do in the theme songs in most of the series, up until they did Star Trek Enterprise, they kind of changed that. The theme music on that was more of a soft rock sort of thing. Kind of modernized it and put it in that era, which I felt kind of out of place. I enjoyed the song. It was a good song, but it didn't feel like Star Trek music. So I'm hoping that this is just for the teaser trailer only, and that they don't date it with this sort of 2020s type, 2020s type music, instead of setting it in, centuries in the future in an alternate universe. I'd feel the same way if in Star Wars you replace the Cantina music with a rock and roll song. It just feels out of place, and there's been a couple examples, Star Wars fans, that they've done that, and it's felt out of place. You want it to sound alien and unusual so that it doesn't date it to a time period on Earth where it doesn't fit. Okay, that having been said, Section 31, this trailer has answered some of my questions already for me, this teaser. It is going to be set, apparently, in the alternate universe that they travel to in Star Trek Discovery. Because I forgot this, but Georgiou dies early, and spoiler alert, dies early in the series. So she doesn't actually ever become the Emperor. The Emperor Georgiou is the alternate timeline, alternate universe Georgiou. And so with this being an introduction to her, it would be a prequel, but it's set in this alternate universe. And so kind of like in the original Star Trek, the original series, where Kirk and Spock Kirk went into the alternate universe and met the Spock with the beard and sort of thing, and all the different characters. This is a similar situation with that. So this is going to give them a lot of freedom to experiment with the characters, with the storyline, with the background and history of the entire universe. When they explore this alternate universe, I like the concept that it's all the same universe as Kirk visited in the original Star Trek, the original series. And anytime they pass over into that alternate universe, it's this same universe. And so you can build the characters and build the universe around that. So my personal thing, if they don't do it this way, it's fine. Because, the theory is that there's many, an infinite, theoretically, infinite amount of these universes. But personally, I would like to see them focus on just one, and that all of these experiences where Kirk went across in the original series, and where they had the crossover, I think it was in Deep Space Nine, into the alternate mirror universe, I want to see them all tie together as if that's the same universe, and they can even refer back to events that happened with those previous characters. Okay, Section 31. What else do I want to say about this? I like her as an actress. I hope it doesn't focus entirely on her character. Calling it Section 31 should be about the creation of Section 31, I think. And so you talk about, is she the one that started it as the emperor? Was this her edict that created it? At least this version of it in this mirror universe? I know we have the Section 31 that they had in our universe would be created by a completely different character, because Georgiou wasn't the emperor back then, and it was created, in a different timeline. So again, this opens up a whole lot of freedom for the creators to do what they want to, because it hasn't been established. This is a whole new universe where they can explore in. That being said, because it's a whole new universe, that makes me a little bit less thrilled about it. I'd rather see them build on the timeline that we've got, but this is a crossover into that alternate timeline that's already been established in our timeline, the one that we've been following in the other series. So it fits in with our world, because our world, not our world, but the world of Star Trek, the traditional Star Trek, crosses over into this universe, but it is a separate universe with its own history and backstory. So that gives them a lot of freedom, but at the same time, I'm hoping that it has the same Star Trek feel. And so the music, I hope the theme music is orchestral. And once again, anytime you set a film in the future, I don't want it to feel dated by the time period in which the film was made. And this being titled Section 31, I don't want it to focus solely on the one character, but I want it to focus on actual Section 31 and not just be named Section 31 and then just barely touch on it, and then actually be mostly about her, where they should call it Star Trek Emperor Georgiou. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Go ahead and comment what you think down below, especially you Star Trek fans that are familiar with what's going on before, and let me know what you think of the trailer. Are you looking forward to it? You going to go see the movie? And do you have high hopes that they will do it justice, or are you skeptical? Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you next time on the Light Side Reaction Reviews. Bye, everybody.